Kiki's got a notebook sharp as a blade, sifting through the chaos where the stories fade, flipping pages fast like a hurricane, clues in the dark dancing in her brain. She's Kiki 2025 true crime, breaking it down one thread at a time. Cases gone cold but she's heating the line, coming in hot with the fresh new eyes. Photos on the wall connect like dots, maps and strings tie the tangled plots. Her mind's a puzzle where the truth unlocks. Every step forward, another tick-tock. She sees what they miss, the cracks in disguise. She's got the angle, she's got the prize. She's Kiki 2025 true crime, breaking it down one thread at a time. Cases gone cold but she's heating the line, coming in hot with her fresh new eyes. Zoom in the frame, enhance the grain, pieces come together in a mental terrain. Voices in the silence, they call her name. Kiki's on the case, rewriting the game. Yeah. Kiki's got a notebook sharp as a blade, sifting through the chaos where the stories fade, flipping pages fast like a hurricane, clues in the dark dancing in her brain. She's Kiki 2025 true crime, breaking it down one thread at a time. Cases gone cold but she's heating the line, coming in hot with the fresh new eyes. Photos on the wall connect like dots, maps and strings tie the tangled plots. Her mind's a
breaking down cases, wonder what the case is. 2025, got the game in the mazes. Thinking of a time when we all got blazed and we didn't even think about the game being racist. True crime, every day I don't face it, but Kiki 25, baby in the basement. Case after case, she just gotta keep chasing. Taking over the world, she gon' be the one they name it. Kiki 25, the true crime, she gon' solve the world, she gon' change the world, and then she'll be yours. Kiki 25, the true crime, she gon' solve the world, she gon' change the world, and then she'll be yours. Every time she think about it, she be going crazy. Everything she ever dreamed about was always hazy. Taking time to go around the world and never faze me. Taking
How you doing? Come on in, come on in. How's it going? Y'all, I'm telling you, if it's not my puppies going nuts and barking, it's something going off around here. I've been trying to go live for like 2 hours, but it's good to see y'all. See, told y'all, my dog's gonna bark. Good to see y'all, and I was watching some things last night, and I want to go over them with y'all. So I'm coming in to tell y'all hello first. Come on up. Let's see. Hi, Robert. Thank you for being here. Daisy Duke, thank you for being here. Thank you for being a mod, honey. Hello, Kelly. Thanks for being here, honey. Kathy Gordon, thank you for coming in, modding for me. Rhonda, thank you for being here and modding, honey. Some of y'all are over on the vertical, I think, but it's okay. Whoever wants to be over there and be over here too. Hello, me and you. Thank you for being here and modding, honey. Cinderella, thank you for being here. Cinderella, sorry. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Teresa Stott, for being a member of being here. Grace Paris. What's going down? Let's go on down, guys. Let's see. Kimberly Brummett, thank you for being here, honey. Let's go on down. Kylie's Nail Candy. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here, Miss Sharon. Thank you for modding, baby. All right. Now that I got my hellos here. Hello, DJ. Thank you for coming in, hon. Hello, Memo. Come on in. Thank you for being a member. I tell you, if it wasn't my computer StreamYard or my animals or something going on all the time, I need a room or a house, I just need a building to lock myself in with a new computer and I'd be good to go, right? All right, let's go over let's see here. Okay, Fair Use Act, guys. Let's get that going first. At times, this channel may make use of copyrighted material in accordance with the Fair Use Act. We are allowed to use it as made for fair use of copyrighted material for purposes of commentary, criticism, news reporting, research, education, teaching, and or scholarship. And everybody that we talk about today, guys, especially today, please, always do not contact anyone or their jobs or anything mentioned today in this live. This channel is speculations, discussions, and opinions only, not facts. Okay? So when we talk about things, we are not saying anyone's guilty or innocent. That is proven in the court of law, not by YouTubers, right? And also, I prefer everybody that is here to be here 21 and up, if you don't mind. Please, just warning, because we talk about true crime. Hello, Mimi Jean. Thank you for coming in, baby. Thank you. And I'm out. Did I miss I'm out? Thank you for being in here. I'm out. If I've seen it. Yeah, I'm out. I like that. All right. Thank you for being a member too. I'm out. I appreciate it. All right, guys. So, did everybody get a chance to watch Ryan last night about the Summer Wells case? Summer Wells went missing 4 years ago, right? What do y'all think he'd say? Oh, yeah, I know I'm out. I know. That's what I'm wondering. I wanted to go over the interview, give all credit to Ron. And just some things kind of stood out to me. Teresa didn't say it. Okay. Some things stood out to me that I thought was strange, okay, in my opinion. And to tell you the truth and not to put anybody down, but Sharon, but the end of it, hello, Paige Turner. Honestly, the guy sounded like CP to me. So, okay, let's see if I can pull it up. We're going to give all credit to Ron Finds Truth and see what we think about it. We're going to discuss it. I'm glad he did get the interview. But I don't know if I can believe, I'm not calling anybody a liar, but I don't know if I can believe somebody or anybody in Summer's case as far as interviews go. I believe we can believe half truths, right? Most of the time, unless it's a confession or something like that. I don't believe that people are just going to straight up tell you every truth that they know. As part of true crime, people's not going to be completely honest. But we are going to pull this up and watch it. And we are going, yeah, I'm out. I agree. And I'm going to pull some things in. Because some of the things are just not, some of the things are adding up. some of the things aren't adding up, right? Okay, so if you hear my dog bark, I'm so sorry. Thank you, Daisy, for dropping his link. And I'm going to start this, but I got to pause it. Let me pause. I want y'all to see this. And as y'all know, Frank Hill is allegedly, let me get this right, Paul Hill's son. And him and his brother work in a tree service. And I guess they own their own business. I think Frank owns a tree service business, but it was not the tree service that was there the day Summer went missing. But allegedly, his brother was working the day that Summer went missing and did not return to work the next day, but he was working allegedly with a whole different company. Okay, so let me push play. Let me get this going. Hang on, guys. I'm at a stud computer. Hang on. Here we go.
For years, the investigation into the disappearance of Summer Wells has felt like a puzzle with missing pieces. We've looked at Ben Hill Road, we've looked at the parents, but late last year, the investigation quietly shifted their focus to a new location, a property on Van Hill Road. Made the choice to respect the privacy of the family living there by blurring their driveway in my drive-by video. That choice led to a phone call that has changed our understanding of this investigation. Frank Hill, the son of the property owner, reached out to me. He wanted to set the record straight. He wanted to explain exactly what happened that day, what TBI was looking for, and why his family, specifically his father, Paul Hill, found themselves in the middle of this case.
Okay, you're saying that it's skipping? Is it still skipping? Holly, that's not been proven, but I did some research, and a neighbor right across the street from them is an RSO. I don't know about anyone in the family, but I'm gonna try to. Y'all hit 1, okay, for me, if you don't mind. If everything's playing good and correctly, I'm going to turn this music down a little. I can't hear myself think, actually. All right, and let's see. We're going to commentate. Yeah, that is my thoughts, too. Thank you, Narita, for being here and hitting the like button. I'm out, says Kathy, exactly. They didn't get a warrant without evidence. You have to have probable cause for TBI, FBI, or even law enforcement to have a warrant. They cannot just go in and say, I want to search your property without the proper paperwork. Yes, like Grace says, judge has to sign off on a warrant. So in my opinion, this is not a nothing burger like Frank is saying. Okay? I don't agree with it. I think it's kind of weird how it's kind of just like sweeping under the rug, everybody forget about it, right? That's what it sounds like in my opinion. And I'm sure other people are going to get mad unless given permission is what Grace says. But you have to have, yeah, unless they gave permission, you have to have, but they have to have a reason to go there, right? They just don't randomly pick an area and say, oh, let's go here. Hey, YouTuber, thank you for being here and being a mod. Why couldn't he offer up the vital info in the red truck years ago? Callie, exactly. Yes, that's what I'm wondering. And I'm going to show you all some things on that too. Yeah. Yep. Let's play this. And please tell me if it's skipping. If it's skipping, you hit a 2. If it's playing okay, please hit a 1, okay? I'm sorry. I apologize. It's not skipping on my end.
When the TBI arrived on Van Hill Road, they weren't just knocking on doors. They had a search warrant with specific targets. Frank Hill was home when the convoy arrived. Unmarked cars, federal agents, and a complete lockdown of his father's property. He was a son barred from his own family's land. When you first showed up, when you first found out that there was a whole bunch of cars on your dad's property, what happened? What did you witness? What did you see? How did that all play out?
I was at home and suddenly I had the convoy of like government cars went by and none of them were marked at first. I didn't think much of it. And then someone stopped by and inquired about why there's so many cars at Dad's. So, and went out there and they told me the property was closed and told me to leave the property.
They told you to leave?
Yes.
Okay, so question. Hey, Robert, thank you for being here. Who was the person that went to Frank and said, hey, there's people up there at Dad's house? Wonder who that was. Kathy says the other 2 tree trimmers. Let me go back to Kathy's comment because I'm going to stop through this. The other 2 tree trimmers didn't know who the Randy guy was, just thought he was sent in to help by the company. So Randy Hill, he was the alleged brother, right, of Frank Hill, I guess, and was, was allegedly working up there. Am I correct on that, Kathy? Kathy has been here since day one, guys. Okay, she's been there, boots on the ground at some point. But that's my understanding. Yes, Grace, I think so too. I'm not going to say that. I think so too. Callie says, unless it's a lead in the wrong direction or family member has been talking to cops apparently. I don't know. We don't know, right? Let's play it.
It was closed to leave.
Okay.
So I did.
Did they know who you were? You were his son?
I know. It was just a cold shoulder. So I went back home. I eat. About 20 minutes later, I decided to go back, and I just pulled even further up into the property until I was like kind of pushing people out of the way with the side by side. And then I didn't leave when they told me to. And finally, TBI agent came back and.
So first off, I know I keep stopping it. First off, he says, they asked who I was. They didn't have an issue with me or what have you. That's what it sounded like. And he said he pushed his way through. I'm sorry, but most of the time when law enforcement's involved, you don't push your way through. You have respect for what's going on with the law enforcement. And if they're doing a search. He also states, hey, Kaka, that the dirt being hauled out of there that the locals said was being hauled out. He also states that that was another company down the road that was hauling dirt to a property. I don't understand. You know, if there's a locals that know that there was dirt being hauled out of that property, I would, yeah, he does sound like proud, but yes, exactly. Oh my God. I was like, daggum, so close. But yeah, calling shots. Yep, I agree. Okay, listen.
Started speaking to me, and I told him who it was, and he told me, well, his version of what was going on.
Yeah.
I thought the whole thing was kind of a joke. I mean, a waste of time, not a joke. And pretty much they were wasting their time.
Yeah.
So I
Okay, so who else? Who else in Sebastian's case says things are a waste of time? I mean, you could, you know, God forbid somebody go missing around my area and somebody come up, you know, law enforcement and say, hey, can we search around this? I'm going to say, go ahead, help find the person, you know? Why are you going to think that's a joke or a waste of time? That sounds arrogant as crap, right? Am I right, guys? This just straight up ticked me off. Yeah, waste of time. Don't look here. I mean, this is, oh, it's not a waste of time, sir. A little girl's missing. It's not a waste of time, okay? Kathy says one guy was Scott from Morristown and the other guy was Paul Childress from Tazewell, and he passed away a couple years ago. So that was some of the tree trim guys, and they thought that Randy was from North Carolina, allegedly, is what's being said. I'm sorry, guys, but okay, where is Randy? That's what I'm wondering, Mimi. Yeah, I mean, it's all, I feel like, in my opinion, it's all going to add up sooner or later, right? Okay, let's listen, guys. Please hit that thumbs up, share. I haven't been able to come on as often as I've been wanting to because of family stuff going on, you know, everything going on all at one time. But guys, please hit the thumbs up. I want to get back in the algorithm. We need to also get Summer back in the algorithm, right? There's been so much of others, and Sebastian and Summer need to be up there. Like, I mean, needs to be, you know, in the feed like crazy. These kids do. So, here we go, guys. Let's push play. I hate to keep stopping, but I like to listen closely.
figured I'd really get into the middle of it and figure out what was really going on. So I suggested that they might want to know where the remains are buried. And that got a lot of attention, and I finally was the second.
Okay. Does anybody else hit a 1 if you think it's weird that he says, I told them, are they interested in finding out where the remains is buried? Hit a 1 if you think that is strange. Hit a 2 if you don't think that's strange. Okay? Why would you even remotely joke like that with law enforcement about a missing child's case and then giggle about it? CP number 2. Okay? This made me aggravated too. Okay, 1. So everybody thinks it's odd in our opinions for you to say that. Frank Hill. Okay? That's just very weird in our opinions. Okay, here we go.
Amongst the crowd.
The TBI was following a lead that was detailed in the warrant that they had in hand, which we'll get to in a moment. But when Frank mentioned remains, they stopped treating him like an outsider and decided to start letting him show them parts of the land that were important. Frank signed a consent form, and then the search of the area that involved where the hogs were buried ensued.
I followed up with when he slaughters, any livestock, he takes it to my property, which is next door. I have 7.5 acres, and he buries it there because I have a big compost pile. They wanted to ask if they could search it, look at it, whatever, and I told them, have at it. Like, get it over with, get it done. I don't want to deal with all this. So.
Okay, so again, it says that he signed a form. So I guess he just gave them permission to search. So I guess no warrant is needed, right? Maybe not, maybe so. But he doesn't want to fool with all this. He doesn't want it to keep going on, such a bother. And that, yes, CP. Number 2, man. This just irritated the crap out of me. Sorry, got a drink of coffee. Because why are you bothered? We are searching. They're searching for a child that is missing. So why are you bothered by them going to your compost pile, guys? A compost pile. The woods. Why would you be bothered? I wouldn't be. I'm just stating, how I would feel. Here you go.
Consent form and everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Full consent form. Like,
You just wanted them done with it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just wasted my tax money, pretty much.
Yeah.
So we went out to my property and they searched it. They ran several cadaver dogs over it. I don't know how long it took, maybe an hour, I guess.
Okay.
And that was it. They were done.
While Frank's land was cleared in an hour, his father Paul's property was completely dismantled. Divers searched the pond, agents searched the house and the barn. They left behind a mess, but no arrests.
Okay, so again, if his property was searched and cleared, would law enforcement tell the public, we've searched this property, there's nothing found, they've been cleared? What do you guys think? Yeah, I agree, I'm out. I think they would come out and say this person has been cleared. A news press. Yeah, a news presser. Hey, we got a new lead. We went to this property. We looked through. Yeah, some church folks sometimes are the worst people, unfortunately. There are good ones, because, I'm a good one, I would think. But some people don't live by what they say, right? Yeah, is anybody searching for summer? It's sad. But wait, guys, you gotta listen closely, because this is, if they've been cleared, if people have been cleared, why not come out and say, well, cleared this one. Here's the part of the red truck. There we go.
I got this other one.
Is that the black part's his? Search warrant was for any documentation or parts, pieces related to the Tacoma. That was what the warrant was for. He actually admitted that.
That is the
Well,
only.
that's what he told you.
This is the only thing that, yeah.
Did they tell you at any point what the reason they had showed up?
He said related to the Summer Wells case.
Okay, that's all they said until that message when he admitted.
And that's because I interrogated him. I bugged him to the point that he get something.
So where is the truck now? Frank insists his father's
Again, why are you feeling like you can interrogate law enforcement? Okay? Law enforcement needs to do their jobs and not have interference in the missing child cases, in my opinion. They don't need YouTubers like me. They don't need they don't need neighbors. They don't need, you know what I'm saying? They don't need us to tell them what they need to do. Unless they're not doing their job, then we can have our opinions, but still, in the end, okay? And he talks about something very weird to me on this, okay? Talks about the red truck, and he says sometimes people haul massive amounts of money over the borders. How do people know that there? Because I had no clue. I had no idea. Okay? How do they know this? Is my question for them. Not to blame no one for anything, but how do you know that's what those vehicles do? Here we go.
truck never had a ladder rack and didn't match the BOLO or be on the lookout flyer. He also involves us that the truck was sold to a local buyer first. He claims he even saw it a year later at a gas station in Baileyton, fixed up with a new hood and a bed liner. There were rumors going around about the Tacoma that PI said it ended up in South America. There's some rumors about it being sold at one point. What do you know about the truck? Just your own personal.
I've got factual information of what I see in my own eyes, and I have my suspicion of how it might have ended up out of the country if it did.
Okay.
But start with, the truck had like 400,000 miles on it. It was, these were not gentle miles. These were work miles.
Farm truck, right?
Yes, I'm talking like it was fall apart. They offered to buy it and it went. I mean,
Okay. Daisy Duke, you feel better, honey. I'll see you later. Thank you for being here, hon. Great. Be careful. Again, someone just walked up to wherever the truck was sitting, allegedly, and wanted to buy it. A 400,000 mile truck, right? Golly, golly, who knows? But just walked up, wanted to buy this random truck. Because you get that every day, people coming through your subdivision or your properties out in the country who just want to randomly buy the vehicles, right? Just not, I don't understand.
it's that simple. I remember it was at a house in Baileyton for a long time. I remember seeing it like sitting there. Like,
After you sold it? After your dad sold it?
yeah, after he sold it. It sat there for a long time. And then I seen the guy at the gas station and talked to him just a brief moment, and he was just listing all the things he had to replace on it. And just, it looked a lot better than it did. A whole lot better, actually.
So you had actually talked to him about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
For 5 minutes in the parking lot, like nothing.
This is a person who lives in the neighborhood?
I don't know. It was parked at the house, and then
Again, This makes no sense, Callie. Exactly. He sees the guy who bought the truck at a gas station in Baileyton, which is a few miles down the road, right? He's changed the hood and all that. So this random man's going to come up to him and start talking to him, and him not know him. Does that make any sense? You're just randomly going to walk up to somebody at a gas station and start telling them everything you've done to the vehicle. And he said a him. It was a guy, allegedly, right? So, Kathy, yeah, yeah, exactly, Grace. Kathy, yep. But listen, it's just not making no sense, guys.
After I seen it at the gas station and talked to the guy, I never noticed it at the house again. So
your dad did the sale. You don't know who he sold it to.
no.
Frank describes the situation as a 400,000-mile work truck that was sold locally and likely ended up in a well-known export pipeline to the south.
No, this whole South America thing, if you are from the clubs, it's not uncommon to see or any Nissan pickup older and in the bed of them, some big stuff. They're headed.
Why did you?
We can't lump something.
Well, that's how they bring money. Their payment that they earned here. That's how they bring it across.
Yeah.
So when you heard about it, you assumed that.
So, yeah. So it's the random thing, right? And I mean, I didn't know that people haul lump sums of money, right? I didn't know that, so it's weird. Hey, Don Emery, come in. But I'm gonna show you guys something. I did look something up, and I'll show it to you after this video. But just listen, let's finish this out. Just some things don't add up. And he says he did not know the person that his dad sold the truck to. But yet, he recognized him at a gas station, allegedly, because the guy walked up to him randomly. Didn't even know him. But he randomly walked up to him. Yeah, in my opinion, if someone stays silent for nearly 5 years, speaks out now after a warrant and a search was done, something's wrong, in my opinion. That's what Kylie said. I agree. But how many times have you guys, randomly your parent has sold a vehicle and you've been at a gas station, somebody just walks up to you, says, "Oh, your dad sold me this car." Make it make sense, folks, because it does not make sense to me.
That must have been the case. That's
Yeah.
how they know.
Yeah, I mean that was the first thing come to mind.
To Frank, this wasn't a conspiracy. It was just the normal cycle of a beat-up farm truck. Rumors of a connection between the Hills and the Wells family were fueled by a single night in 2022, a car crash at 1 a.m. where Paul Hill gave Don Wells a ride home.
When Don crashed on that corner, the picture you showed me
Oh yeah,
of Don crashing,
yeah. He took Don home.
it is true that your dad took Don home that night.
Mhm.
Were they friends, or was that
No.
just like helping a neighbor out?
No, that was like somebody wrecked literally at the end of your driveway. Your neighbors are not close by. It's late at night, and Don walked up to Dad's house because it's either that or take off walking down the roads that no.
Again, exactly. What was Don doing at Van Hill at 1 a.m. or 2 a.m.? Secondly, if anybody is in here that lives in the country and you have someone just randomly walk up to your home at 1 o'clock in the morning, right? You're not going to say, hey, let me go take you a ride unless you know that person, right? Look, Paige is coming in hot and she's a new member. Thank you, Paige. Let's play our Beaver song for you, ma'am. I'll turn my music off. Let's scroll down here. Let's scroll up, actually. Thank you, Paige, so much, honey. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I need to grow my memberships. And I'm almost to 1,000 subscribers, guys. And I'll tell you why.
Thank you for becoming a member of my channel. Kiki 2025, true crime on this channel. You will see everything true crime, from podcast to cases to podcast. True crime. True crime. True crime. True crime. True crime.
Thank you again, Paige. I appreciate it. And welcome to the Sleuthers. But again, if somebody, I live out in the country, and as they say out there at Van Hill and Ben Hill, you don't just walk up on somebody's property without them knowing you, right? Is that not what they say, Kathy? If Kathy's still here? So why would you 1 o'clock in the morning walk up to somebody's random house that you don't know? Why not just, call for a tow truck, whatever, right? I guess because you're drinking, allegedly, for one, but still, that makes no sense why you'd walk up to somebody's house you don't know at 1 o'clock in the morning, right?
It was at night too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's dark.
it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. I found out there's a wreck. I went out. I didn't know whose it was. I didn't find out till days later.
Oh, that's when you just went to check it out?
Yeah. But yeah, it's near my property.
So that's when you took the picture?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. As you can see, there's nobody
Yeah.
anywhere. And
Did he hit the pole? It looked like he
Yeah. He didn't hit it hard. He hit the ditch, and then it kind of.
So he did take Dawn home. Other than that, they're just neighbors. They know each other's neighbors, not friends. They've never hung out.
No. Days later, I asked my dad about who's Subaru. Like,
Okay, another thing. They're saying, oh, so they're just neighbors. Kathy, do you know approximately how far Ben Hill is from Van Hill? Because isn't it like 9 miles or something like that, or 9 minutes? Because that wouldn't make them neighbors, right? Neighbors is when you have people on each side, right? So is Van Hill and Ben Hill Road 9.5 miles? So no, sorry, if you're 9 miles apart, you're not a neighbor. You're not considered a neighbor, right? Thank you guys for answering me.
who was that? He said, I don't think he said his name. I think he said up there where that girl went missing or something like that.
Okay. That's how he described it.
Yeah. And That's it. I mean, he said, take him home. Okay. I can't remember if I called or somebody else called county that night because where it was in the curve, it was kind of in a bad spot.
Another thing that I'm thinking about, right? If his alleged brother, and I'm saying if because we don't know, was working the day that Summer went missing, would his brother not have told everybody, oh my gosh, and you live in the area, you see the news media, you know who Don Wells is because I knew who he was, seeing him on the news, and I don't even live near them, period. So that makes no sense. This is a bunch of bull, in my opinion. He's just trying to tell Ryan what Ryan wants to hear, in my opinion.
It happens a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I just text bail and they send somebody else. That's how frequent it happens. So,
Do you remember all of the rumors of neighbors saying the dirt was being hauled off the property during and after the search? Me too. In fact, at the time, I believe that was evidence the authorities had found something on the property. Unfortunately, there was a nearby business doing work, and what neighbors saw was pure coincidence.
the whole rumors about the excavation or the dirt and all that. So there's a property like on down the road from mine that they've been digging out behind the house. Well, there's another creek that they've been taking the dirt up in there. Just kind of to do the thing. There's a white Dodge pulling a dump trailer going up and down the road.
Up and down Van Hill.
Yes, Kathy, that's my opinion too. Because why was this not all said in the beginning? If any locals to this area would come out and talk to me, please, privately, or email me, or want to state and can bring receipts to me that law enforcement was having the property hauled, the mud and dirt hauled out of there. I would like to know. I would love to know so that we could say, hey, it was being hauled out because of the investigation, right? If not, great. But I'd like to know because with him saying all this, he needs to bring proof to the table. This is YouTube. You need to bring proof, right? I have to bring proof. Everybody is held accountable for the things they say. That's why if we don't know, we say alleged. And in my opinion, if not, bring some receipts.
Up and down Van Hill, had been for weeks during, all this going on.
Oh man, that's why everyone thought.
Exactly, because there was no excavation equipment, like they're going to hop on ours and use it.
Yeah.
So if anything left there, it was in like a shoebox, something small. It wasn't.
But you didn't see them? Did you see them take anything at all off?
No.
Okay, so you didn't see them take anything?
No, it was the people that was most of what I was saying.
Just people staying around while they were searching.
Yeah.
The main reason we really wanted to do this was the community, the people who don't know you guys directly, haven't talked to you, because they're all sitting there in pins and needles waiting for something to come out. You know what I mean?
The people that actually know us, the ones that we actually, their opinion that we actually valid, that
Care about.
Yeah. There's no issues.
Yeah.
Like I've not lost. Okay, all my customers, I've not lost any customers. Matter of fact, it kind of ramped business up a little bit because they're like, oh, hey, it's like they had an excuse to call me.
Yeah.
And they said, well, I'm talking to you. And
But the people.
So I don't understand the whole giggling and laughing thing, right? Bad grades, be careful. Or the fact that he's, oh, no, it didn't hurt my business. I mean, this is all strange to me. If we're concerned about a young child going missing and stuff, why not some sympathy, some heart, you know? I just don't comprehend this whatsoever. Because I didn't even know about the case for a while. And just to know that there's a baby missing and see what I've seen on YouTube and stuff from other creators broke my heart, and I never giggle, laugh about it. And this just sounds like CP made over, guys. I mean, made over, in my opinion.
Who haven't had a chance to talk to you guys may only know you as acquaintances in the community, and they're wondering if something's going to come out of this. I think, in your opinion, it's done. Probably they did the search, they left.
If they found anything, or if there was actually anything behind it, why has been? They would have loved to make an arrest.
Yeah,
Especially you got a sheriff going out of office. I'm sure you'd love to have that, as a.
solve the case.
So I mean, that's a good motivation right there.
Yeah.
But nothing.
Any last words you want to say about this whole case?
People need to get their priorities straight with the case. I'm not trying to hate on anybody or nothing like that. I mean, I know people are trying to make a living, make money, and all that, but struggle with on that. There's things to profit off of. There's all kinds of things to profit off of, and there's proper ways to profit.
Moral. Okay, there's morals. Morals is not laughing about a missing child. Morals is not saying things are a waste of time, in my opinion, okay? And I'm going to show you guys some stuff. I'm not going to finish out with that. I'm going to show you guys something. Okay. Yes, I think same personalities too. I'm out. I agree with you. Okay. I'm going to read you a little something, or just show you a little something, and then we'll play one more video. We may not finish today all the way, guys. May not get the chance to play the other video, but right here, I looked up bulk cash smuggling. Okay, let's pull it up. I've never heard of this, and maybe I'm just living under a rock. I don't know. But this is what he was talking about, in my opinion, about, knowing what these trucks do, I guess. But I'm not going to think, a $400,000 truck I'm not going to take from Tennessee to Mexico, right? Seems like it would probably break down before you got there. But anyways, it says, despite, okay, I don't know what that is popping up. But despite electronic payments, strict regulations, it says large sums of money in physical cash. The reason they do this with the vehicles, and I'm gonna exit out of that because I don't know what that is, but it says the reason they do it is so that there's no electronic means, no record of anything going into banks. Okay, and that's the reason people do that. I guess they come over here allegedly and work for a little while. They take bags of cash or what have you back to families, or I don't know. I have no clue because I don't know anything about it. But let me do this video for a little while. This is a short video, and we'll do the long one next time, guys. But this short video right here is full credit to Christine. She passed away, but she always had an opinion about the tree trimmers, right? And I believe that she was almost on the money, in my opinion, if not right on the money, allegedly, in my opinion. That's my opinion. I'm not blaming anyone. But Mimi Jean says cover up, red flag. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's see. This is the morning that Summer went missing. Yeah, rest in peace, Miss Christine. Thank you, Kathy. Let's see here. This is what the tree trimmers sing the morning of. And just listen closely, guys. Let me pull this up if it'll play. Let's fast forward it a little.
Hey.
Well, I'm muted her.
Okay.
She was beautiful. But here,
Put them in there. Just to clarify.
much respect for her and her family. My screen's gonna blink.
Yeah.
This
No,
is
not really. I didn't recognize them, but later that day, or the next day when the FBI got it, Randy brought it to my attention.
That's great.
The guy he worked with.
Oh,
He, they actually talked to him that morning. I was in the pickup truck. The mother, the grandma, and son.
yeah, did you see anything like,
No, not really. They got a piece of equipment part that came out there. I hollered that morning. I didn't recognize them, but later that day, or the next day when the FBI got it, Randy brought it to my attention.
that's great.
The guy he worked with.
Oh,
He, they actually talked to him that morning. I was in the pickup truck. The mother, the grandma, and son.
so you saw some?
So this guy, and I think he's already passed on, that owned this tree business that Randy was up there working with, allegedly, because we don't know. He is stating, okay, that Randy stopped and talked with Candace Grandis and saw Summer in the back of the truck, right?
Well, she was in the truck. Randy said that she laid up in the back of the truck with his handicap.
Did she? Oh. Being a handicap?
Yeah, I guess it was their tree.
It was that morning?
Yeah.
What's that name? Did anybody say?
No, because way where we're from North County area that way, they give us drive time. At that time, we was leaving 3:30 of the day. So we didn't know nothing about it until we come back to work the next morning.
You guys know a Fred Hill, Jamie Killian? Any of those names ring a bell? Definitely John. Well, do you know Don Wells or not? Okay. He's claiming. So Lake Scott over here. Don't know him either.
No.
Yeah.
It was actually outage that day. I worked the repair for the beard. He was working over there home most of the day. I think it was like later part, like after lunch.
So your guys' work crew saw Summer the morning.
Yeah. I was over there at like 5. That's before you started, wasn't it? No, I worked that out. When he hit that guy work, that was the same day.
So
Yeah, we the holler the day y'all would go back.
So why did they stop and talk to the?
We had the roadblock for a big piece of wood.
Oh, so
back here.
but did they talk to the ramp? You said that.
So, Kathy, you're funny. So, they're sitting there saying that allegedly Randy talked to them because they had the roadblock and they were in the truck, right? So, you know, I mean, do brothers not talk to one another? I mean, they may not, but allegedly, I thought they worked for the same business, a family business, right? I don't know, because I wasn't there. But this is just interesting to me. But we're going to come back and cover summer. I'm going to go live tomorrow. I'm going to try to go live every day but Sundays, okay, from now on, guys. Really hard sometimes for me to find a certain time to come on. I try to come on earlier to respect other creators, and sometimes I just have to hop on when I can, and I apologize for that. But I greatly appreciate you all, and we're going to try to set a goal next time, because I want to do that drawing at the end of the month or at the 1st of March for you guys, the first week in March. And we're going to cover summer and a little bit of Sebastian. There's a lot of people going down to Hendersonville this weekend. If Lady Freedom is on, I'm sure she wouldn't mind me streaming her. I think she's going down there. If you go over and sub up to her, I'd appreciate it, because she's trying to save up for the trip. I appreciate all my members and my mods. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for listening to my big mouth. But yeah, I got a big mouth. My granny taught me, well, I just want to, because I can't, because a sailor. Gotcha. Thank you so much, guys. Love you all. Had a great time. I'll see you tomorrow, and we'll cover more. How's that? Love-ins. Have a great day.
$500 children in Tennessee. It's a mighty long way from you and me. 500 children, they're gone every month. I ain't never seen numbers like that. What could be going on? My goodness gracious, and we working hard to get you back home. Working hard to get you back home.